Otto, send me back a request. Otto Martin, you could send me back a request. It kind of, I tried to add you same thing with her, but wasn't allowing me to. But people, Quincy James, I would have said this a few minutes ago. Okay? Theodore Adams, Mackenzie Hospital, man. Sorry, my bad. Georgetown Hospital. They took him to Mackenzie Hospital initially. Mackenzie Hospital kept him there overnight because now to stop the bleeding, they sent him to Georgetown. Theodore, just about 2 to 3 hours after my sister would have left the hospital to head back to Linden to prepare herself to come back the very next day, we received the phone call. They need a family member at the hospital immediately. All right? So, a few minutes, I'm guessing, after my sister left the hospital, they killed my dad. That's what I'm calling it. I'm calling it for what it is. You know, initially we got the news that he died and whatever, and that he had a little bruise. People, they said he had a little bruise over his forehead. It's not until my sister was able to get in there and see what this little bruise, the doctor said it was a little bruise. My dad fell twice in that, let us say, 2 hour span. What's up, brother?
Why you listen to me? Why you hear me? My mom fell. My mom is Claudette Martin Smart, has been a nurse and the chief nurse of Guyana. Why you want to hear tragedy? She was the chief nurse of Guyana. At one time, she don't like them positions. She like just there in the back. She was deputy mayor. She's all kind of thing. My mom fell, broke her hip, went to the Mackenzie Hospital, subsequently transferred to the Guyana Hospital, Georgetown Hospital. So we're going back and forth, back and forth. This is, mind you, this is 4 days before Christmas Eve, going into Christmas Eve. Why listen, tragedy. My mother is Nurse Martin Smart. These people in that time had to go shopping and they had short staff. We know Guyana, we know what we're dealing with. Bro, so we back and forth with my mom and stuff. I see my mom as a nurse, but these nurses neglecting. These nurses had me, who's not a professional, help clean my mother's tongue. This is with doctors, nurses, and everybody in the place. That know when you're cleaning a purple tongue, it's poison from the inside. Could you help clean your mother's tongue? If my mother said, okay, I'm gonna clean my mother's tongue. Mind you, my mother was a chief nurse. My mother imparted nursing knowledge to billions of nurses. You feel me? There's nobody to watch the nurses. Boy is Christmas Eve, Richard start. I don't come there just now. I said more than these people. I say I start going on. Now I'm trying to think now. You know, you got to try to think still. You know what my mother was? My mother was this, that. But we don't care who your mother was. We come in that thing. My mom died, ironically, from neglect of nurses. And she was a nurse for 100 years. Neglect. No doctor ward the waiting cell couldn't see my mother was dying from poison from the inside. Her tongue is visibly purple, already poisoned. This lady there, yo, bro, you talking about tragedy from the Georgetown Hospital. So like that, it's like a death sentence when they send you there. 2 tools when you got them things. Now when I come to find out, you know how much people would say to you, yeah, I want to send you there and that thing, and with that, it's just dead. These nurses, listen, and this is not PPP time. This is not a people doing nursing as a means to an end. It's in Guyana, if you're real bright, it's usually a teacher or it's your nurse. My mother come up in time when the nurses were nurses. You feel me? Who really wanted that profession. When my mother said thing, I could have sued the Georgetown Hospital. Why there was nobody could say, okay, this lady is poison and this is where it's at. And then they tried this, that, and the third. My mother was allowed to just die for the neglect of nurses. It's hard because she was a nurse for 50 years. She used to come home and articulate hundreds of situations like that. This is an epidemic by now. What you going through or what I going through, thousands of other people going through. This thing I don't put thing with police or nothing. You hear me? These police and the whole system is geared and rigged to hide all these different things. Don't matter which party
that is why.
No matter which party. This is not a party
sister from taking the photograph. That's why they have some system in place that even family members cannot take photograph of their deceased.
And listen to this.
Are you kidding me?
You know when people is changed? People is changed if somebody take a drastic measure. And then it bring them to the floor. Listen how Guyana stay. If I didn't know you and I hear your situation, you'll do so, oh yeah, but nobody's standing up for shit, nigga.
Nobody. That is why I'm calling on other family members. Because
you talking about the tragedy. All right, so here's what we can do. We can start this, the rob citizens of the 100 campaign. Because my mother was going on 70. My mother died at 69. You feel me? The rob she 100.
That was 95. He's going to be 94 this year.
For neglect. Bro, she was neglected by the people she taught. She was neglected by the field she was in. She was neglected by the doctors and nurses of the Georgetown Hospital.
My dad was going to
but
be
do we have any recourse?
Year,
do we have any recourse? Do we have any recourse? Is anything set up to say if anything like that is suspicious, that we have ways and means? Listen, Clinton, let me finish this thought.
Go ahead.
Is anything set up so we can have a recourse? If we find anything suspicious in a debt, we are clear to go to this office, make these, trying to find out, inquire certain things. And if we find it kind of suspicious, we could go and we could get, this is the kicker, almost instant justice, because you have a board would watch it over it for 15 days, and then they'll draw a thing. There is nothing. It's like life. Here's my point. Every life, one life is equal to every life because nobody can give life. The pain I feel is the pain you feel, is the pain of thousands of people who have been neglected by this same system. It is not a political thing. It is a system that is left to fester and guarded by both parties. These motherfuckers never lost a family member. The day somebody go in there and take off somebody's wig, then they understand. But like I said, 2 wrongs don't make a right. They just have to fix this system, bro. When I see you go through that, I go through that. Bro, dressing to go to the hospital, somebody from the States called me and said, oh, your mother just passed. I said, well, no, I go in and I just cleaned your tongue yesterday and it's purple. These fuckers don't know what is a purple tongue. The girl that it mean, that sit up on your phone for IG. That's what my mother life come down to. A brilliant career. My mother used to tell me, bro, but you just got chained other people heart. But we
feel your pain, brother. Believe me. Feel your pain. We both feel this pain. You were telling you.
We taking this, bro.
Wasn't sick, Bridget.
Hey, This thing is not their problem neither. This thing is we taking it. How many days you take bully dog? You can't tell me. It's like if you send your family to the hospital, it's more than likely they're gonna dead. That's what it's coming to. You know how much people, Clinton's, it's condolences to your father, you know how much people along with me, you go through the. But how long more we can take them kind of thing? It's a simple thing. I stand up for your rights. It is more than likely if you are transported to the Georgetown Hospital, your family of a certain age is more than likely they're gonna lose their life. It's like you sending your family for death. Yeah, me. Me mother life go down without a thing. I drive to Linda and I kiss you in the drawer. This is when my mother life come down to G. Yeah, man. You know how much people, pregnant women, this fuck gotta stop. Like the sister just said, we gotta stand up for this thing. If it's not one thing, it's another. The system needs to be fixed. And all these fucking fake politician boys just prancing around in their own fucking head. Yeah, man. What's going to happen? Because it's rich to this. Worst case scenario, somebody take it on, find the nurse, find the doctor, half them. I'm preaching violence. But what's saying? Then they will say, ooh, we crying all the time. We crying all the time for help. It is not a political thing. Most of these nurses doing the nursing for means to an end. The doctors doing the nursing thing for means to an end. Nobody got no kind of, bro, tragedy. Everybody could call in and tell you about a family member will go to the hospital. What is more than likely, if these people have put 100% in them, their life is like life is nothing. I was lying down myself in the Linden Hospital. There's a brother next to me had a situation with an accident. The brother asked me, why listen to the irony of this thing? Asked me, yo, how Chow in the spinal? I said, bro, I don't know. I sick bag about 52 me.
Give me a sec. All right. Give me a second, all right?
So I'm
taking care of something here.
And the man said, I know like something in my head. By the time I turn and wake up for 50 minutes, this man dead. So I'm going off, oh my God, head the nurse. Mr. Martin, we see this every day. You always take a thing, turn your face, roll it over and thing. I say, this is how life is worth. All these things you doing, you're there in car. Look, I do it Saturday cleaning. It come down to if you go to Georgetown Hospital, you're going dead. You hear me? I can say that now. After 50 million times, if you go to the Georgetown Hospital, you're dead. Who runs the Georgetown Hospital? Who is the board? Who's these people who we could go and say, please investigate things? Because like nurses know everything and doctors know everything. You hear me? This shit gotta stop.
That is why. Right. That is why.
Now we're talking about class action.
Bro.
You're talking about like a class action suit. Like a class action suit. I for sure join in anything like that. But is anybody in position who can help push this forward fast? That class action suit coming against the guy. Hey, here Ram Sammy. He was the this is what the man said. This is what the former health minister said to me when he was a doctor. He do an appendectomy on me. Before he put me on the, you know me, hey, don't play and kill me, you know, because me family them is lawyers and doctors. The man leaned down and whispered in my ears, this, hey, cool out. And at the time was the PPP government. We the PPP government. You can't win me. Cool out, but I can take good care of you. You can't win me. If you dead, you can't win me. Rest yourself. Yeah. I was reminding he's a former health minister. He was the chief of the hospital. I forget his name. He got one of them Rosinja names. But here, bye. I don't put any class action suit. Try to forget it. But like I said, the problem is not the doctors, the nurses. The problem is the people not willing to stand up. This is a different fight. People is that gazing for other things. The fight is the people. The people stand up and take this type of treatment. You got cool out. If I could kick you in your ass every day, I can kick you. And you're not doing nothing. You're not there in a corner by the little shop talking. We don't do nothing. You hear me? This is what we got to take. Don't only talk and gaze and do other things. We got to talk exactly. Well, we can turn and then we're going to talk to Nigeria use, and then Nigeria use the people. So if you hear them type of thing, hold them accountable and all them kind of thing. You hear me? 2 years ago, me mother dead. No, 3 years.
So,
Shit.
I'm going to share this video. I'm going to share this photo again for the people who didn't see it.
The last year.
This is what my father, bro, come down to. Sorry about the display. This is kind of a trashy phone. But this is what my dad came down to. You hear me? The doctor, when my sister got there, they say he got a bruise over his head, I thought, if there's a bruise, I don't know. I don't know what the rest is. I don't know what we can call something else. If this is just a bruise.
Yeah, man. All right, listen. Big boy, when I say we need a change, bro, and we need a change, we need a master reset on everything. Every single area we can have arguments and these things, bro. So if any suit there, count me in. Cause I can put me mother in and see if we could get some justice for shit. And if the people, the powers that be watching her name, say her name with respect. Nurse, Flooded, Martin Smart, she gave her whole life to nursing in Guyana. And she was treated with neglect. But she's not special than anybody else. She should, every single one should get all of the Yo, have a good day, bro. You know what I mean? Condolences to the family. You already know your brother, you know what I mean? Your 80-something-year-old mom have to, like, what does she do? What does she do? Do we take this all the time? Simple question. Do we take it? It's either we shut up and take it, bro, or we try to make a change, bro. Like, and me thinking about me mother, I think about all them young mothers who go and they're in child's birth and just anything is true. Oh, she died. Oh, Jesus. She died. They don't tell you nothing. Nobody make representation. I think the PR in Guyana is terrible. You hear me? So, bro, I didn't want to come in and get emotional, but as a human being, you kill my mother. If you go into the Georgetown Hospital and you're a little oldish, you're going dead. God put it how it is. Me, I don't butter things. I don't even like butter. You hear me? You see this man up on the screen, I kill his father. He kill his father. All right, so let me look at it in a different way. Clinton attack. Let me look at it in a different way. What is the recourse for if what you said happened? Do we not still get justice, bro? Do we not still get justice? I want you to do that in America. See if we don't hold 15 hospitals. You hear me? We healthcare system bad. The people in here, I watch. You see how I rep the nurses? The nurses saved me life, buddy. So among some of the bad ones, they got the good ones who now taking this blame. You hear me? This thing is a whole big thing, big boy. So again, condolences, I mean, for take up your thing, but yo, you see the pain we you feeling there? 750,000 in Guyana, feeling the every day in every sector. And we take
That's why I'm calling on family members who would have lost their loved one in these manners.
Sadly, we can have many more. This is hot more. I think different. This can happen 50 million more times until the people in Guyana take back the power from the politicians and the system. And with that, I'm going back to cleaning one of my bathrooms. I get them big now. Enjoy yourself. Yeah.
Brother. Thanks for coming. I mean, Benjamin, if you want to come back, come back. You know, I'm wrapping up here now because I got things to take care of today. Guys, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. I'm gonna let you know what exactly is happening and the outcome of this. Um, Nobody is, you know, don't come and ask me how I get this photograph. Don't come and ask me nothing. Come to me with some kind of satisfaction for my family because I can tell you we're hurting. We are hurting people, and we're not just hurting because we lost a loved one. We're hurting because of the manner in which you guys took him out of the race. You guys would have robbed my father, would have robbed my mother, would have robbed my brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews. You would have robbed my generation of a centurion because we know he was going to make it. He was going strong. What's up, brother?
I go, Champo. I go. I condolence to your death of your father, man. I just drive in, and when I see your soft friend or two crying, because he's always crying for anything he's crying for. You understand? When I see you crying, I want to know the reason. So I say, oh, this song a little serious. And then I see you. So if you don't mind, why how we got that cut in his head?
All right, Benji. I'm going to go this over for those who would have joined in. My dad has a catheter in his tummy. That's a tube that facilitates his urination. That helps him to urinate. It started to bleed at Linden. We took him to the hospital. He spent the night there, and the next morning, Linden said, we can't handle this. It's not stopping. So let us head off to Georgetown. They took him to Georgetown. As usual, it took a while for him to get any substantial kind of treatment down there. But eventually they looked at him. The doctor said that they saw some clot blood around the area, so they're going to keep him. And they indicated that we'll discharge him tomorrow. Okay, that means he's okay. My dad was not sick. My sister left that hospital minutes before to head back to Linden because it was a long, couple of days. Head back to Linden. Only by the time my sister gets to Linden is to get the news that my dad died, bro. In less than 2 fucking hours. These people claim that he got up to go to the bathroom. Now you have a 95 years old patient that has been bleeding for 24 hours. And you're going to let him walk to the bathroom? All right? Alone, unattended?
All right. Listen to this. And I ain't saying this. I know you're hurting, but I ain't saying this in no way to justify what happened at the hospital or not. But you got to be careful what you're saying. Because remember, you claiming that your father was not sick. But it had to be he was struggling with something for him to be bleeding for you to take him to the hospital. You understand? And if you're claiming that your father was not sick, then you don't need help going to the bathroom. So be careful what you're saying. Because remember,
all right, let me ask you a question here. Stop for a second. You're driving down the road now, God forbid, because I don't call sick on people, especially my friends. And you start to bleed from your nose. Are you sick? Or you just start to bleed from your nose?
It has to be some.
Are you sick? Do you consider yourself sick?
Of course. What other reason would cause you to bleed from your nose?
All right. Let me rephrase this statement just for your sake. My dad hadn't any other ailment apart from that bleeding around. Look, it's not even the fact that he was or was not sick. My dad died with a wound in his head that he didn't have when my sister left the hospital.
Yeah, but that's what I'm asking. How he got the wound?
He fell down twice there in their care. When my sister left them there at the hospital, that man was okay. That man was well. He was talking. I'm going to see you tomorrow. They said they're taking him upstairs, I guess it's to the ward, and my sister left. Only to find out they didn't take him up maybe an hour or so after. Now they're saying that he left to go to the bathroom and he fell down.
The hospital
According to them, get a bruise over his head. They put him on the bed and they said he started to be about to fall off the bed. So they put him back and put up the rail so that he don't fall. At so what point?
They don't have surveillance cameras?
I don't know. We can figure the part out when I get down there. Thing.
Yeah,
I am going to Guyana.
You gotta be careful when you're saying certain things, you know. Because I remember I seen you put up on Facebook that your father was sick, and I mentioned that, you know, wish him a speedy recovery. Then I see you put up that he died. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta be careful because you made those posts. You understand that?
Forget. Elvis, no, Benji, Elvis. Let me say this. Regardless what I put on social media, medical records are there to say different. Okay? Medical record is going to say it's going to prove different. I am saying this, bro. We stray away from the
point. I'm not trying.
We straying away from the point.
That's what I'm saying. I want to get it clear. I'm not trying to justify
you're straying away from the point, Benji. You're straying away from the point. Yeah, you're straying away from the point.
Benji,
talk to everybody, please. You're straying away from the point.
All right. This is not Dr. Smallman. This is the other liar, Smallman. All right, Mr. Benjamin, if you don't know the circumstances, the gentleman had a particular complaint and he died as a result of something else that was caused in the hospital. Please. So don't we talk around the things. This is how a liar gonna think it. He had particular complaints, but he died of something else that was caused by hospital officials. Here's my point. So then, what's the recourse? What happens then when you cause my dad's death or your negligence in the hospital that he's put in your care and he dies? These are the questions. Mr. Benjamin, respectfully, I really don't understand when you say you have to be careful. These are clear. These are the facts. I don't deal with speculations and hypotheticals. The facts are the gentleman was in the hospital for a particular complaint and he died as a result of negligence, or what would be as, so we put it in the lawyer's terms. Allegedly, negligence was something else. The gentleman was, how old was he again?
95. 95.
95.
He's going to be 96 at the end of the year.
And he was left unattended to go to said bathroom and he had an accident. Now, here's how we look at this. I, as his offspring, would like to say, I don't believe in those claims. Let's do an investigation. Let's find out what happens. Even if you do the investigation, Mr. Benjamin, he had a particular complaint. His daughter just left, saw him in one piece, and in less than 4 hours, he died as a result of another complaint. Now, Mr. Benjamin, I would really like to hear you explain what you mean about you have to be careful. These are the facts. Bro, we have to, and some people says, some people got like Bornham was different. Bornham could tell you straight and he got you captured. I think I have it. Don't let me talk around other things. Clinton, I know you're emotional now and so on. Naturally so. Condolences against the family. Your dad died as a result of a negligent
Negligence in the
system
hospital. I don't
that
have to be
they
careful
have
nowhere.
evidence after evidence after evidence to show that they're negligent when it comes to care of people and elderly. He went in for one thing and he died as a result of another thing caused in the hospital. You should own the Guyana Corporation. Right to these people at all. Who is all these people know start other things? Mr. Benjamin, I know you're a very learned fellow, but you must have a reason why you're saying you got to be careful because what? These are the facts. We ain't gone to hypotheticals yet. Mr. Benjamin, I would like for you to respond in kind. And wait, I can pressure you. Make some sense. We want to hear what is your point, the point you're getting at. One of the things we have over here, I know Clinton have over here, is just a gaffe for you to understand and say what you mean. But here's what I'm doing. I'm pressuring you before you come back, because I know you're going to come back. You have that
No,
personality
you can't come back
and try
right
to
now,
clean it up.
Otto. I gotta I gotta do some wrongs. I
Yeah,
gotta,
yeah. But
send
Mr.
some stuff
Benjamin,
down to him.
Jesus, man. The guy died, went in for one thing, and died as a result of something else. And he was 95. They put it in. He was 95. He was allowed to go to the bathroom by himself with a catheter in that region. I had catheters put up.
Bro,
Big boy. I know you're busy, Clinton, but Mr. Benjamin, Mr. Paul, oh, shucks, Benjamin, I really don't understand your rhetoric. Please clear it up for us, sir. Like Mr. Chow Po wrote a long paragraph trying to express his. Yeah, you gotta be careful with this internet. I am very careful. See my teeth, I got new teeth. I start proper. Kenton, you don't know 100 all the time, 12 times on Saturday. I know Mr. Benjamin is your boy from the thing. Mr. Benjamin really feels like I feel, but he misspoke. So, Mr. Benjamin, please, we would like some clarity, please. All right, Clinton, big
I'll
up
be back
yourself.
tomorrow.
Love,
I'll be back
love,
tomorrow. All right,
love.
brother. Bless.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Mr. Benjamin, my apologies. I can't bring you back right now. I have a lot of run around to do, but I'll be back. I'll be back on the live tomorrow again. I'll accept you force to come on. All right. All right. So that you could explain. Yeah, Mark.
Yeah, Clinton, I know you gotta go. Ban Elvis. Ban Elvis. Elvis didn't understand. First of all, Elvis say he just dined the stuff. He saw Otto crying. And so you want to know what going on. I'm sure Elvis is not a stupid guy. He knows what's going on. But what Elvis attempted to do there was to hold the ball and bowl a ball, to twist the subject matter and to get people thinking that, hey, wait a minute. Clinton said that his dad was sick and he was at the hospital and he's asking for people to pray for his dad. That is Elvis, my friend. We understand the position that you're taking. Trust me, we understand. We ain't stupid. We know where you're coming from and what you're attempting to do. But it is not going to sell. It is irrelevant
Definitely
whether
not.
Clinton's dad went to the hospital and he was sick. It is irrelevant to the subject matter at hand. The subject matter at hand, Benjamin, is that his dad fell, hurt himself badly. The evidence is there. Let us deal with the evidence, not circumstantial evidence, concrete evidence. So to say that the man say his father's sick and him, Benjamin, you surprised me, man. You surprised me. Don't do that. That particular statement is totally insensitive and uncalled for. And I hope you call Clinton and apologize to him. You need to. It's not going to sell. We're not buying it. This man's dad was robbed of 100 years because of negligence at the Georgetown Public Hospital. It is the truth, and that's it. So don't come with propaganda, bitch. Thanks. That's why I came back in. And I know
All right, thanks, Mark.
is going to scratch his head and pull out his hair because he wants to come back to clarify things. Don't let clarify nothing today. Later for Benji.
You can't come back
Take
today. I
care.
gotta go. All right, Mark. Thanks.
Good, man. All the best.
Elvis, with all due respect, I can't bring you back. Maybe tomorrow when I come again, we can talk, all right? But for now, I gotta go. Quasi, I see you were trying to get in, but I can't let you in. Guys, my dad had a catheter in, and if I'm not wrong, he was wearing a Pampers. So I don't understand why you went to the bathroom. But guys, we'll talk.